Hello and welcome to this Independence Day edition of Jamaica Magazine, where we are celebrating Jamaica 61, proud and strong. I'm Adrian Atkinson and we have more on the flip side of this break. Soon come back.
When festival come around and my radio crack the sound, in the burning need we still move with feet to enjoy this year festival. Oh, we dancing same way, we'll be rocking same way. We are free up till the money done. Work so hard, now we having fun. We rocking same way.
We get things going with a message for the nation from Governor General Sir Patrick Allen.
My fellow Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora, I am honored to address you on this significant day as we celebrate the 61st anniversary of our nation's independence under the theme, Jamaica 61, Proud and Strong. This moment marks the triumphs of our forebears' vision, the strength of our people, and the enduring spirit of our great nation. For 6 decades and counting, we have steadfastly navigated our collective journey, resiliently shaping our destiny. Over the years, we have shown that unity, when coupled with an unwavering commitment to our national ethos, can create ripples of change powerful enough to surmount the tallest mountains. In the areas of technology, infrastructure, healthcare, education, and social justice, we have made strides worthy of recognition. Each sector has contributed invaluably to the development and growth of our nation. Your tireless efforts, the sacrifices you make, and your unwavering commitment are the bedrock of our national success. So we are here today not merely because of our predecessors, but also due to your leadership and service. And for this, I am most sincerely thankful to all of you. Even as we celebrate this historic milestone, we are aware of the uncertain times that lie ahead. Our world is constantly evolving, bringing forth complex challenges that test our fortitude and resilience. I will not downplay these challenges, but today I want to reassure you that our collective strength, creativity, and spirit are mightier than the challenges. In the words of the esteemed writer J.K. Rowling, and I quote, "We do not need magic to transform our world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already." Our nation is a testament to this truth. Our history is punctuated with instances where we turned adversity into opportunity. We brought light into the dark and inspired hope amidst despair. In the face of looming uncertainties, let us not forget our past triumphs in all the sectors of our country. These are not just markers of our history, but torches to light our way forward. Together, we have the power to shape our future, no matter the challenges that stand in our path. Helen Keller reminds us that, and I quote again, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." The power of collective action, the power of unified purpose has been and will always be our greatest strength. As we chart the course for the next chapter in our nation's history, I humbly ask each one of you to recommit to the work at hand. Let us carry with us the lessons of the past, the ambitions of the present, and the dreams of a brighter future. With our combined efforts, There's no limit to what we can achieve. May our country forever stand as a beacon of unity, resilience, and progress. The future is not something that just happens. It is up to us to create it. Happy Independence Day, Jamaica, the land we love.
I've been away for a long time, far from the sunshine, very nice, only in the summertime. I miss the beaches and the rivers and the fun, music playing loud and the people showing love. Well, it no matter if we living up abroad, when things is not so bad, no, we no better than the yard.
A journey 61 years in the making. Prime Minister Andrew Holness reflects on the road to independence and what it will take for Jamaica to achieve the next level of development.
So what does it mean to be independent? Well, to be independent, you must be able to walk your own road to prosperity, progress, peace, and development. So basically then, independence starts with a road. Today, I'm standing on the Maypen to Williamsfield Highway, which is slated for completion at the end of August 2023, this year. This infrastructure, like all other infrastructure currently under construction across the island, represents development and ease for Jamaicans. It represents progress, growth, transformation, and independence. Today, I stand in acknowledgement and reflection on our attainment of 61 years of national independence, and my thoughts, as always, are about my Jamaican people and what independence means for them. On August the 6th, 1962, when we raised our own flag bearing the much loved and celebrated black, green, and gold, we heralded in our political independence. Since that time, we have embarked on a journey to become economically independent, with one aim: to raise the standard of living of our Jamaican people and to provide every Jamaican with the opportunity for an improved quality of life. To do this, Jamaica would have had to achieve economic growth. Except for the early post-independence years, that is the period during the 1960s and for short periods during the 1980s and early 90s, Jamaica has not experienced significant economic growth, a phenomenon which has persisted well into the 2000s. This cumulative stagnation has prevented many of our people from achieving the standard and quality of life they deserve. This is why, since assuming leadership of this great nation in 2016, we have prioritized economic growth and job creation. These are the pillars of prosperity. Amidst global challenges, Jamaica has been able to report 8 consecutive quarters of economic growth, a historically low unemployment rate, net international reserves of US $4.17 billion as of June 2023, export earnings increased by 55% for the first quarter of the 2023 calendar year in comparison to periods last year. And of great importance is the fact that we have been paying down our debt. Our debt to GDP stands at 78% and is projected to decrease even further. Importantly, against all odds, we defied expectations, and our economy has recovered from the global economic shocks of the COVID-19 pandemic and the supply chain disruptions. We were able to achieve this, all while ensuring a safety net for our most vulnerable through a historic cash transfer to cushion the effects of the pandemic. Not only did we recover from the pandemic, but we surpassed our pre-COVID economic indicators. And despite the ongoing war in the Ukraine, which has caused global inflation, Jamaica has remained stable, and we're now seeing that inflation is slowing. Our current economic position means that your government will have the fiscal space, that is, more resources, to provide services for you, our people, who are rightly demanding an improved standard of living for yourselves and your children. We have already demonstrated our commitment to improving your lives, and because of sound policy decisions, Jamaica has increased the minimum wage from $9,000 to $13,000. We have increased the NIS rate to pensioners by up to 76%. These rate increases are applicable to retirement pension benefits, the invalidity, and widows and widowers pensions. We have also been able to increase the number of grants from the Students' Loan Bureau to eligible students from low-income households, PATH households, or wards of the state, from 3,000 grants last year to 4,200 grants this year. We have also been able to provide 1,250 tuition scholarships jointly with the MICO University to STEM teachers over the next 5 years. We have also provided 1,000 STEM scholarships to UTech students over the next 5 years. From our improved financial position, we were able to procure 50 electric buses for the JUTC fleet. We procured 100 garbage trucks for the National Solid Waste Management Authority. And we continue to make investments in national security by constructing the divisional headquarters in Westmoreland and St. Catherine, as well as the completion of the construction of the forensic pathology autopsy suite. Within the health sector, we are undertaking the most significant investment in hospital upgrades since independence, with major capital works. For example, the construction at the Spanish Town Hospital, the redevelopment of the Cornwall Regional Hospital, and the redevelopment and modernization of the University Hospital of the West Indies, as well as the construction of the Western Children and Adolescent Hospital. We are pursuing major infrastructure development across the island. For example, the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, the Montego Bay Perimeter Road Project, the Southern Plains Agricultural Development Project, and the Essex Valley Irrigation Infrastructure Development Project, as well as, in my opinion, the most important infrastructure project, which is the Spark project, which will address long-standing road improvements in your community where it matters most to you. We have built 152 houses so far under the new social housing program, and I have personally seen how this program has improved the quality of life of the average Jamaican who has benefited. Now, these improvements in the lives of our people are worth celebrating and acknowledging, but there is still much ground to cover to transform Jamaica into a truly independent, developed, self-sufficient, modern, and peaceful nation within which our people can thrive. This transformation requires commitment, unity, selflessness, sacrifice, and courage. Sacrifice and courage are crucial to turning around the fortunes of our beloved country that for years failed to deliver for its people. The improvements we have been able to make for our country, for our people, over the last 7 years are decades late. We understand this, and we understand the urgency that Jamaicans feel. But finally, yes, finally, we are making progress, and prosperity is within reach. I understand your concerns. I hear your voice, and your voice matters, particularly when you have been waiting for decades for change and improvement. But your government is responding to you. At the same time, we must be cautious that we don't make the same mistakes that we have made in the past. We must avoid the pitfalls that bedeviled us and kept us stagnant for decades. Each of us should learn from our past experience and make every effort not to repeat them. A government is no different. Jamaica made many significant errors in the past with very poor policy choices, and our people paid dearly for them. We will not do the same. Your government has created and implemented policies to put our country on a path of resilience, which will allow us to manage any external shock that will come. We are a vulnerable small island state with an open economy. Shocks will come, and we must be strategic and prepare for them, unlike in the past. As we mark 61 years as an independent nation, I remind my Jamaican people that though we have a long way to go, for the first time in our history, we can report that consistently good things are happening in our country. It has taken some time, and it is not at the pace that many Jamaicans want after decades of suffering. However, we have been good stewards of your affairs, and you can continue to look forward in confidence and with great expectations as we continue to improve your lives in ways never before achieved. Let us maintain a focused and positive mindset, undistracted by negativity and the purveyors of falsehood. It takes all of us to build this great nation, and if we are distracted or succumb to the noise around us, we will further delay our own progress and prosperity. I encourage you, my Jamaican people, to think about what independence means for you. Define for yourself what kind of future you want and take charge of your destiny. Opportunities are opening up around you every day. Reach out and grasp them with both hands. Shut out those dark, depressive voices that fuel negativity and internal strife by telling you every day that nothing is happening in your country. Things are happening in your country. Good things. Things that weren't possible 7 years ago, but are possible today. Choose hope, choose positivity. Let us be inspired by our reggae girls, who despite resource challenges have showed what commitment, a positive attitude, and perseverance can achieve. Take advantage of the skills training being offered by the Heart NSTA free of cost. Take advantage of the grants offered by the Students' Loans Bureau. Take advantage of the scholarship programs being offered at the MICO and at UTEC. Empower yourself, and let's continue the march towards a better Jamaica. Happy 61st Independence, Jamaica, and may God continue to bless you, your family, and our dear nation richly.
As we continue to celebrate our independence, the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, wants Jamaicans to come together in a spirit of unity, recognizing that we are all stakeholders in our country's future.
My fellow Jamaicans, the historic milestone of political independence was won 61 years ago today. Each year, on the 6th of August, we reflect upon the struggles and sacrifices of our forefathers, who transformed our nation from colonialism to a state of independence. Their unwavering belief in the powerful potential of our people and the tremendous possibilities of controlling our own collective destiny led our nation into independence, and their inspiration continues to burn bright in our hearts today. Looking back at the past 61 years, we can take immense pride in the strides we have made as a nation. From the achievements in arts and the cultural expressions that have shaped our national identity, to the advancements in education, healthcare, and infrastructure that have improved the lives of countless Jamaicans, we have really come a far way. But having said that, we still have much further to go as we face serious challenges that we must overcome for Jamaica to achieve the greatness which is our destiny. Violent crime continues to plague our communities, causing pain and suffering to many Jamaicans. We lose valuable human resources every day that lives are taken away by violence. There are too many Jamaicans struggling to make ends meet, unable to access quality education and healthcare and even basic services. Our environment too is under threat, and we cannot ignore the urgent need to address the unfolding risks of climate change. We must build resilience and safeguard our environmental assets for future generations. That is our responsibility. We must transcend the narrow, empty confines of partisan politics and come together in a spirit of unity as Jamaicans, recognizing that we are all stakeholders in our country's future. Our challenges as a nation can only be overcome if we move forward together, united in purpose and undeterred in our pursuit of a better Jamaica for all. We must address the social inequalities that persist within our society and undermine social cohesion. By championing inclusivity and fairness, we can bridge the gaps that divide us and build a society where every individual can thrive. Our goal is to ensure that every Jamaican has equal access to opportunities to achieve their goals in life. We must become a caring nation again, in words and deeds, looking after the vulnerable and marginalized, and moving with determination to provide access to education, healthcare, and other services for persons with disabilities. Our laws and bureaucratic processes must enable and encourage innovation and entrepreneurship, especially for small and emerging businesses to drive sustainable economic development. We must invest in diversifying our economy so that we're less vulnerable to external shocks. And we must build resilience in those sectors that are particularly vulnerable to climate change. We must transform education and training to empower our young people to be globally competitive, as our young minds are the future leaders, innovators, and catalysts of change in this country. And we must prepare them well to shape the destiny of our nation. We must deepen our absorption of emerging technologies to grow national productivity. We must speed up the transition to renewable sources of energy to reduce our dependence on imported fossil fuels. Jamaica's stunning beauty is part of our national identity. It is our duty to protect our water sources and other environmental assets for future generations. Embracing sustainable practices and advocating for global action on climate change must become central to our national agenda. Our rich cultural heritage has built a strong national identity that is recognized across the world. The depth and diversity of our cultural expressions has gifted us self-confidence, strength, and pride as a people, helping to shape us into a nation that embraces differences and cherishes togetherness, all in the spirit of one love. As we review our Constitution, Let us be guided by principles of greater accountability and transparency in governance, more participatory systems of decision-making in public affairs, and ensuring the protection of the hard-won rights and freedoms of our people and our democratic way of life. Let us end the final vestiges of colonial rule by at last providing our people with effective access to justice, by acceding to the Caribbean Court of Justice as our final court of appeal, even as we establish a Jamaican president as our head of state, who enjoys the trust and confidence of the entire society. In celebrating our independence, I acknowledge the significant contributions of the Jamaican diaspora. Our Jamaican brothers and sisters living abroad play a pivotal role in the development of our beloved homeland, even as they contribute to shaping their host communities overseas. Their unwavering love for Jamaica is evident in the continuous support for philanthropic initiatives, their investment in our economy, and the support they provide for their families back home. They have carried our culture, traditions, and values across the globe, becoming ambassadors of our nation's spirit and the tremendous capacities of our people. We must strengthen the bonds with our diaspora and deepen their engagement in national development. In this moment, as we celebrate our past and look towards the future, let us remember the values and ideals that define us as Jamaicans and propelled us to independence 61 years ago. Our indomitable spirit, our vibrant culture, our care for others who are in need, our sense of decency, our capacity for self-discipline, and our embrace of personal responsibility. These must be the bedrock upon which we overcome our challenges in a spirit of national unity and build a brighter future together. May this 61st anniversary be a reminder of the strength, resilience, and boundless potential of Jamaica and our Jamaican people. Happy Independence Day. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless our great nation, Jamaica.
We're celebrating 1962, and I want you to do it too. Oh, happy Independence Day, Jamaica Independence Day. August 6th, that's the date when we are commemorate.
And just like that, we're signing out for today, but not to worry, you can rewatch this offering or other content like this by visiting our website, jis.gov.jm. Do join us again tomorrow on the same station as we bring another informative, educational and entertaining package of Jamaica Magazine. Thank you so much for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.